So we're going to do a short tactical discussion of demons and deep striking. And that's because demons have to deep strike onto the board. Pretty much it's how they have to arrive. Even if they get put back into ongoing reserves, it appears as if they deep strike back on. So how do they do it? You know, a lot of beginning demon players and some long-term demon players like to be pretty conservative, put their demons far away, because if you land and you scatter within 1 inch of your opponent's unit, or land on your own units, then you're going to suffer a deep strike mishap. Okay, now my advice is don't worry about it. In reality, demons suffer terribly if they play extremely defensive, highly conservative games, because demons field a small elite list. Only half of it shows up on round 1. You might be lucky and the rest shows up on round 2, but they may wait until the 4th turn of the game. So the problem demons have is, how do they get in the fight, because that's where they want to be. And a lot of them have pretty devastating weapons, either in close combat or fairly close range shooting. So what do you want to think about? My advice with demons is often deep strike them fairly close. Not really close, because you can't assault in round 1 anyways. But if you've got good, let's say, flaming templates, you want to drop this guy close enough that he can flame this unit in front of him on the round he arrives, not the round after he arrives, because he's going to get shot the heck up during that time. So it's true you could deviate, but in all likelihood you have a very low chance of actually deviating straight into your opponent's unit. You have a 1/3 chance of landing exactly where you put your demon. And then you have a pretty decent chance of deviating a short distance or a very long distance, so that you actually fly past the unit, and there you are. Now, if you have really large demon units, that's different. But if you look at these are cultists, but if they were the demons, when they deep strike in a circle, there's 7 of them here, and they don't take up that much space. And when they deviate, if they do, they don't deviate that far. So when I place my demons in, using this Fury here as an example, I actually usually place them fairly close to my opponent's units, unless I need them to take cover or something sort of different. But for a lot of my demons, I think aggressive offensive placement is important. If you're going to be shooting in that first round, you want to be within range, and since a lot of demon weapons are kind of close range, you want to make sure they're close enough to actually work. And the likelihood that you deviate into the opponent's squad is low. It's not that likely to happen. You can lose a unit this way. I mean, sometimes you could lose more than 1 unit, but it's actually unlikely. I mean, I've played hundreds, maybe 1,000 demon games, and the number of times that I've actually deviated straight into my opponent's unit is pretty low. Most often I deviate somewhere off to the side, or 1/3 of the time I'm landing exactly where I wanted. And sometimes you end up deviating to a place that's even better than what you wanted, where you land, you got a flamer squad, and you land right there, and you can hit multiple guys. So that's the sort of short discussion on demon deep striking. For many of the offensive units, I think you should deep strike them close enough to your opponent that you can actually hit them either with shooting or assault them the next round.